this again. All right, maybe I got this fixed. Let me see. All right. Yeah, it looks like it. Let me just do one more thing. Gotta pop out the chat. All right, can you hear me now? Yes, no? I think I'm the only one watching, so. All right. All right, so I want to, like I said, just get into this real quick. We're going to run this from now. Again, this is at 330 feet in the area of Orlando. Still got a lot of winds here in the center of the storm. It really does look like it's going to move in toward us, or towards Orlando, I mean. And you can see here, it's projected to make landfall, technically, in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Oh, that's cool. All right. So this is Thursday, 9 p.m. That's Friday, 6 p.m. Technically, with landfall, what they mean is, did the eye come in? Where's the eye at? And this is pretty much right where it is, right there. Okay, so and then there's the other imagery, if you will. You can see the storm is spreading a little bit north, and it's just kind of stuck there. Like I said, with these pressure systems, it's not moving anywhere, okay? So if you're in the Central Florida area, oh, how did we get all the way down there? If you're in the Central Florida area at this current moment, you should be feeling some pretty decent winds. And we'll bump that up to about 2,500 feet, and you can see at 2,500 feet, we do have some Jeez, you can't win for losing. I wonder why this is doing this. Let's take this off. All right, there we go. You should be feeling some pretty significant winds. And we have Palm Coast here. So we're probably seeing around 40 to 50 mile an hour winds right now. But we still have quite a bit of wind strength here in the storm itself, 127 near the eye, 124. You know, it's still not a tiny storm by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, it's supposed to make landfall in the Outer Banks, technically. And again, that's where the eye actually comes in toward land, okay? The eye right now is about 62 miles an hour. It had a lot of land for a little bit of time. Well, not a lot of land, but it had some land to sit over for a little while, and it's weakened. Just a little bit, all right? And then there's the other imagery here. So if you're in Florida and parts of the coast of Carolina, Georgia, you're getting rain and probably some wind right now. I want to see, though, real quick, this bad boy right here. We're looking right here. This is the same one I've been telling you I've been watching, because now this one's got a really severe chance of developing into something. This one here. I don't know, it's trying. Right here, it's trying. But this dry air right here is really keeping it from doing a whole lot of anything. But there's still some significant wind. There is a tropical storm out there right now off the coast of Mexico, headed towards Mexico, but it's nothing to worry about for us. But and again, this is the one that I was telling you about last week. As of today, I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably not really any threat to the United States. Dorian's moving its way up there, and it's really huge. Really huge. This is Sunday, 7 a.m., next Sunday. And it's Alex. Oh, this one, as of now, is probably not going to be anything. I think Dorian's going to take it out to sea. And I don't see anything else on here that's really going to threaten. Let's move this out a little bit. Not really. I mean, I couldn't tell you who or what, but let's get back to Dorian, because that's the important part right now. Let's do wind gusts. What are you doing, Alex? I'm not getting blown away, but several people in Orlando sure are. These are gusts. Can you hear me? Say you can hear me or not. Or we can do it this way. Loud and clear, perfect. All right, let's go back to the wind. Actually, let's start with put this back here. Rain. Next 10 days, Orlando should see about, just drive your damn truck. Orlando in the next 10 days should see about 1.5 inches of rain, so it's really not going to be that much of a problem there, but let's check the tides. For this one, we're going to have to move inland here. 14 feet just north of Port St. Lucie. 12 feet. Cocoa Beach, 6 feet. That's really not anything. 10 feet. But what I want to do is go ahead and put this right here near Daytona. Well, 12 to 15 feet, but then Wednesday, 11 p.m. It looks like the tide danger is going to be all out. Let's see, what do we got here? Sea temperature is important. This is one of the driving forces of a hurricane, guys. Now you see this here, this current? That's keeping everything nice and warm. And according to this, it's between 85 and 90. Yeah, well, 80 and 90. It's kind of hard to read that gauge. There's your sea temperatures. Clouds we don't really care about. Humidity, what do we got here? 80%, 79% as of today, right now. 20-mile-an-hour winds on the surface. 2,000 feet, you're getting about 42 miles an hour winds. Somebody did ask me for Miami. Miami is getting a little harder. 36-mile-an-hour winds right now. Not a lot of rain. Probably should be seeing some significant thunderstorms at the moment. Current weather forecast should be about winds 19 miles an hour, 36 mile an hour gusts to the south, or I should say from the south, or to the south, yeah. The same time, 6 a.m., gusts of 54 miles an hour for Orlando. This is roughly Orlando. Looks like you guys are going to have some hefty winds, and in other words, in excess of 20 miles an hour gusts all the way through Saturday morning. Yeah, there's your lightning strikes. What's up, Aaron? How are you, man? Okay, let's see if we can catch some webcams. Yes, no, maybe. Right? That idiot. This is Monday, Tuesday. These are a little delayed because, yeah, this was this morning. Yeah, nothing really. Alabama, I don't think so. Well, let's run it and see. Might get a little wind, but again, this is in Mobile. I mean, we're not doing the whole state, clearly, but you're going to get rain, a little wind, but I wouldn't really worry about it as far as Alabama goes. I wanted to, let's see. This thing's going to move again. Like I said, this is the pressure system that's keeping Dorian right where it is, right here. All this orange. You see this? Trump said Alabama's getting out. I'm going to have to look at that because he is an idiot. He also said that he was aware of Category 5 storms, but he is not aware of any coming in. We had 3, this being the 3rd one, Category 5 storms in his office term so far. We had Irma, Maria, and now this one. I mean, just how stupid can you be? If you're going to say something on TV, please make sure you're checking. Here's the tropical storm over the coast of Mexico, moving its way into Texas. All right, what do we got? Here's another really good imagery of the pressure system I was telling you about that's keeping Dorian right where it is. Right here, all this orange rust color. All right, I still haven't really played with this, but there's your satellite imagery. For those people that think that the Earth is flat, it's not. We just have flat computer screens. This is called dirty. There we go. So you can see by the imagery here. Now I want to point out a couple things. They corrected him. I'm surprised they even knew it. All right, so look at Dorian right now as we're spanning this 96 frames. The red obviously is severe, severe thunderstorms. I mean, like possible even, tornadoes. Look at this one over here that's black. Look at this. You'd be glad that's not over here. But look at how fast that's developing right there. Just exploding. It's like an explosion. Now look at this one over here over by Mexico. I don't know if you can see my arrow or not, but look. Look at all the black right there. That's severe, 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 severe. All right, so it could be worse. All right, and then there's the state of Florida coastline right there. Would probably need to do this. All right, so there's the state of Florida coastline right there. I'm going to change the color to, well, blue. Take a look here. And take a look here. Severe, severe, severe. So like I said, it could be worse. But then if we look at Dorian, the concentration of severe thunderstorms, not all of this is severe, but the concentration of the red or darker is very little at this point. And like I said, this here right now is a tropical storm. You really can't see that, can we? Let's do this. So that's a tropical storm. This is just a storm system out in the Atlantic. Nothing's really, they're calling that a disturbance or a potential disturbance, but the probability of impact on the United States is very low, minimal. Seems like every time I do a control tab to switch, it wants to go back to the Midwest for whatever reason. Let's see. I didn't know I could do that. All right, let's pick a color. No, that won't work. This is the system I was telling you about last week that I was really concerned about, and I was watching. Currently, what's going to happen is, what they're saying is it's going to move this way, and it almost looks like it could make a turn this way. Going back to my blue. But because of all these pressure systems right here, and the fact that Dorian is going to do one of these numbers, she's going to hug and hug and hug and hug. What's going to actually happen is, we have to change color again. What's up? What's up, man? I said Dorma. I know, Dorian. I'm confusing it. Dorian, Irma. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying. I'm tired. I don't feel good today. So what's going to actually happen is it's going to do this, and it's going to get sucked in with Dorian. So this particular system I was watching last week that I thought could become a problem is not going to be a problem that I can tell thus far. But we all know, how that can change. Yeah, it's. Then there's a hurricane out here in the Pacific. Not going to be a problem for us. Now this is your long, like, I call this the global view. High pressure systems can be a real problem, or they can benefit us depending upon where they're at and where your storm is. Like I said, we're supposed to have landfall of Dorian. Let's do it this way. I know I said Dorma, but I don't feel good today. Let's see. All right, perfect. Okay, so there's technically the Outer Banks. That's what it's saying. I don't think that's going to be true. No, they're closed until Thursday, which is stupid. But it's the main warehouse in Ruskin that is closed, and so, bam. Friday, 3 p.m. There's the eye. Where's this at? Anybody know where this is? I mean, I guess technically that's the Outer Banks, but let's back this up a little bit. No, it's definitely in North Carolina, but looks like Alaska. All right, let's see here. Friday, 2 p.m. Wherever this is right here, that's the official landfall in my prediction. Outer Banks, they had that up here. I mean, if this whole area here is considered Outer Banks, then yeah, it's the Outer Banks. But again, that's initially Friday 2 p.m. If you live anywhere near here, that's it. That's it. Now, Fayetteville's right here. How's your weather there, Steve-O? Should be seeing about 40-mile-an-hour gusts. What's up, Ghost Cap? Picking up strong? You got everything secured? All your patio furniture put away and everything like that? Litchfield Beach. 9 p.m. Thursday, 38 mile an hour till, let's say Friday, 6 p.m. I know I told you yesterday, Thursday at 8. Thank you, thank you. So Litchfield Beach, we're looking at like the danger zone, that's what I call it, to where the gusts aren't so high. Friday, 6 p.m. should be about it. It should start calming down after that. Currently, the most that we're looking at, though, is between Thursday, Friday at midnight till 6 a.m. actually is showing gusts of 79 miles an hour. That's hurricane strength. So we want to do Friday, 6 a.m. Why is that being so high? Oh, that's why. Frying pan tower gonna get hit, yeah. Yeah, I almost wish Dorian would go away because I'm tired of these updates. And this phone, bling, bling, bling. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, wind gusts. So, as you can see here, this area right there, this is why we're getting the gusts coming into Litchfield Beach so hard and fast. Because you're kind of in the center of that tight rotation. Go back to wind. Friday, 6 a.m., 34 mile an hour. And then we have 6 p.m. See, the storm's gone. You know, but in between, it's going to take 12 hours to get past you, really. And honestly, it's going to be more than that because Thursday night, well, I mean, I don't know how you consider 47 miles an hour, but I consider that as gusts. I consider that pretty heavy. But 26 miles an hour is not slow. That's Thursday, 2 p.m. But let's play it out. 6 p.m. Thursday, gusts. Yeah. One a.m. Friday, gusts. They were partially right with the Thursday night thing, but as of this update, I'm going to say by 6 to 7 p.m. Friday, you should be all good. As far as the Outer Banks and Kitty Hawk and the shore of basically all of North Carolina, that's when it's going to start coming for you. Again, very strong, powerful hurricane. All right. Yeah, I like my maps better too. If you need me to go over some safety tips or what you should or should not do in a hurricane, I'd be happy to do that, but I think most of you know common sense, stay inside. There we go. Now I can see what y'all are talking about. So that's, I mean, you know, that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I mean, I don't have a whole lot else to tell, but I got a notification from the hurricane thing that said Central Florida was getting pounded. I don't know about pounded, but you're definitely seeing something right now. And I'm still working on no power loss. I don't know. I don't think your winds are going to be that high, although it doesn't take much, honestly, but I don't think your winds are going to be that high to cause a power outage. I mean, I know Disney closed, but originally it was supposed to be 2 o'clock, and now it was like 7 o'clock, so, I mean, Disney's going to stay open, but they're also not going to risk the lives of everybody else. Yeah, you're going to see lightning, you're going to see some wind, you're going to have some heavy rain, but I'm looking at like maybe 1.5 inches over the next 10 days, so it won't be too bad. They're going to lose power in South Carolina too, most likely. Unless your power lines are under the ground, you know, it ain't going to take much. It's that storm surge that people that live on the coast you really got to watch out for. You know, otherwise, you know, that's all I can pretty much say. I've been working on OBS today because, again, Amazon's closed until Thursday because that main warehouse isn't open. It's dumb. I don't know. The airport's open. The highways are open. There's absolutely no reason for them not to be. And when they do finally reopen, it's going to be a madhouse. Miner actually transferred them about 5 years ago. Okay. So that's pretty much all I have for you here. Like I said, I've been working on my OBS today to try to make it look a little nicer. What else I got? Oh, that one doesn't work. We already saw that one. Here's another one I did. Yeah, stay home. Make sure you have everything you need. Everything you need. And just make sure that you just ride it out. You're going to be all right. But this is not going to be anything, at least for Central Florida, it's not going to be anything major. Miami is going to see heavier winds and a little bit more rain. And of course, they're going to have a storm surge problem. But again, I don't really think it's going to be that much of an issue. Yeah, Chris and I were talking today, and we didn't think we could do multiple cameras using your phone. And, dang, excuse me, you can. You just need that app, and then it's just a browser extension. The only thing is, every time you want to start it back up, you got to make sure you just refresh the page, and then bam, you got another camera. Which I don't have them hooked up now, otherwise I would show you, but that's okay. So any other questions? Anything that we need to cover? Maybe I missed? Charcoal, candles, Mountain Dew, food, list goes on. Right. Yeah, we got all that stuff when we thought Dorian was coming here, so I'm ready for the next one. The dog's asleep. You should talk, Alex. Nah, it's been an off day today. It's just been kind of, you know, that's what happens when I can't go to work. No worries, man. That's, what else am I doing? I ain't doing nothing. I'm just happy to see everything on this OBS is working and it looks halfway decent. Next thing I got to worry about is getting a green screen so we can get rid of that. But all in good time. So that's basically all I have. The updates will slow down a little bit because, you know, we're kind of nearing the end of this thing. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we kind of are. The street corners are still, well, get busy, Alex. Hey, millions of people are going to depend on that old raggedy ass. Go on, get on out there. I'm going to try and cut my hair tonight. So best thing I can tell you is just kind of stay down and down and dirty, as Alex would do, down and dirty. It's the only thing you can do, right? So, oh no. First of all, I have a much smaller car now, and second of all, nope. I'm an ass. Listen to this guy. I'm an ass. All right. Oh, well, you know. Yeah, no, I'm not doing no Uber. I don't have the patience for it. Uber Eats day after Labor Day, nah. Maybe tomorrow. But, I mean, we're in a very shitty market. You did 2 rides? I don't blame you. Didn't you have the long ones today, or was that yesterday? I don't know why I'm looking at this thing. Yep, get some food and be safe. Oh, it's Eddie. I'm like, what is that? Yeah, I'm kind of glad I figured out that 2-camera thing. Is if we get anything else now, I can show it and show it. Disney's a fun place. I mean, it used to be my gravy train. That's where I used to work when I lived in Orlando. You have an Amazon Flex block already? Nope. They're closed. Nothing I can do. It is very dried up. There's nothing I can do with that. Now, I don't want to do it anymore. Not with all this stuff going on. Not with everybody, you know, horsing around and shit. I just don't want to. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I really don't. You know, I really don't. So, all right, guys. Well, that's all I got for now. I'm going to go ahead and get off of this and get back to setting up this OBS for the other channel for when I do another podcast. And that's all I got. What is this? You were Mickey Mouse, didn't you? No, I wasn't Mickey Mouse. No, that used to be a good spot, man. God. I could make $150 sitting there at Bonnet Creek. Maybe 5 hours, 6 hours. You know? Now it'd take you 60 hours to get that. I mean, I don't know how you work for 53 cents a mile. I just don't. Hey, Kyle, how are you? I just don't know how you do it. Out here in Tampa, man, from what I hear when it first started, you could make 300 or 400 in a few hours. You know? Not anymore. Frank had a good week, though. I think he said 372 for the week, which is not bad for Las Cruces, New Mexico. Population of I don't know how many, but not many. Oh, I didn't do anything at Disney. I drove Uber for Disney, or at Disney, I should say. That was my what they call honey hole. Then everybody else figured out Bonnet Creek, and then that was it. So, there's too many people doing this and saying Bonnet Creek, yeah, I make a ton of money, and then I come up the driveway or the road one day, and there's all these fucking cars sitting there, and I'm like, great. Now what? So I started driving around Disney, but then everyone else did, and then they implemented the queues for each of the parks. So it's just like the airport. If you go to Magic Kingdom, it's first in, first out. So it started getting really ridiculous. And then Mears has always been very heavy on the influence of what's going on with Uber and all that stuff too. So you know, it's nuts. It's ridiculous. It's yeah. Oh, I know. And we average 260 to 300. Oh, I know. It's just as bad at Tampa. We actually have 2 waiting lots, plus an overflow lot, and it's no smoking at all, in or out of your car. Bitch, who you gonna tell me? You ain't gonna tell me to smoke or not smoke in my car. Okay, what is this? Dorian continues to lash the east coast of Central Florida. Yep, we know that. All right, well, I've got to let these DOGs, OUT, they're not too good at spelling, but they understand English. So if you say those words, it's, yeah, all she wrote. And don't even say go GET daddy, because that will start a mass panic right to the door. We're going to go. Let's go. Yeah, no, don't do it. Because they love going in the car. But you can't say those words if you don't mean on taking them in the car, because yep, stay out, they charge the door. Right. Who, the dogs? Give them cookies. I've got a bin of cookies in there, but they don't like it. All right, that's all I got for now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let them do their thing, and we're gonna keep watching this storm. But as it approaches the South and North Carolina coast, I'll see if I can give you some updates. Hopefully we can get back to work and everything can return to normal. All right. Hey, Alec. I was just getting out. All right, guys, take care. Be safe.